Breaking news: UK driving licence crackdown for over 70s. The truth about DVLA's new rules. Driving has always meant more than just convenience. For many people across the UK, especially those over 70, the ability to get behind the wheel represents freedom, independence, and dignity. It allows older adults to remain active, stay connected to their communities, attend vital appointments, and continue living life on their own terms without having to rely on others for simple day-to-day tasks. But as we move through the latter half of 2025, a cloud of uncertainty has started to form, raising one unsettling question: is the UK government planning to restrict or even ban driving licences for people over 70? The Driver and Vehicle Licensing Agency, more commonly known as the DVLA, has recently introduced new regulations that have left thousands of elderly drivers feeling anxious, confused, and in many cases, angry. With stricter health requirements, digital fitness assessments, and the use of NHS data in determining someone's ability to drive, many are asking if these new measures are truly about safety or if older drivers are being unfairly singled out. In this special report from UK Pension Hub, we break down everything you need to know about the DVLA's new 2025 rules, the risks they pose for senior drivers, and most importantly, what steps you can take right now to protect your licence and your independence. So, what's really changing? The DVLA's new 2025 rules, what they mean for older drivers. As of July 2025, a new phase of DVLA regulations has officially come into effect. These changes are part of a broader initiative to modernise driver safety standards across the UK. But for drivers aged 70 and above, the spotlight is glaringly intense. Under the updated system, older drivers are now required to renew their licence every 3 years, as before, but this process now comes with far more scrutiny. To begin with, the medical self-assessment has been overhauled. Seniors must now report a wide range of health conditions that could, even theoretically, impair their driving. This includes diabetes, especially if treated with insulin, epilepsy, blackouts or fainting spells, glaucoma, cataracts, dementia, and cognitive decline. On top of this, a recent, comprehensive eye examination must be submitted as proof that your vision meets legal standards. But perhaps most controversially, the DVLA will now coordinate digital fitness to drive assessments using shared NHS data. This means your medical records could automatically inform decisions about your driving eligibility, with minimal direct input from you or your doctor. In some cases, artificial intelligence tools may even assist in flagging high-risk drivers. The DVLA insists these measures are all about improving road safety and ensuring that only fit drivers are on the road, regardless of age. But many older adults and advocacy groups aren't convinced. Are drivers over 70 being unfairly targeted? Statistics show that drivers over 70 are not the most dangerous group on UK roads. In fact, younger drivers, especially those under 25, are statistically far more likely to engage in risky driving behaviours such as speeding, texting behind the wheel, or driving under the influence. Older drivers, on the other hand, tend to drive more cautiously and are involved in fewer serious accidents per mile driven. So why are seniors being scrutinised so heavily? Critics argue that these new rules are based on ageist assumptions that growing older automatically means being unfit to drive. While it's true that health can decline with age, many over 70s are more physically and mentally capable than drivers half their age. Unfortunately, the new DVLA rules apply a one-size-fits-all model that doesn't take individual circumstances into account. Even more concerning is the issue of informed consent. Many seniors feel uncomfortable knowing that their private NHS data may now be shared with the DVLA without clear permission or a direct request. The feeling of being monitored without transparency has only increased fears about losing one's licence unjustly. The real-world consequences when medical reviews go wrong. Let's look at a few real-life examples. These are not hypothetical stories, they're actual cases reported by concerned citizens across the UK. Margaret, age 75, had her licence suspended after a GP visit where her doctor noted mild memory concerns. Despite a spotless driving record and no actual driving issues, that one comment was enough to trigger a full investigation and immediate suspension of her licence. Then there's John, 72, who found himself stuck in bureaucratic limbo after his optician couldn't confirm that his vision met DVLA requirements. It took him 9 months and several retests to resolve the matter, during which time he couldn't drive. Ali, 78, was automatically flagged after a hospital stay and marked as unfit to drive by a digital health screening system. He had to go through 6 appeals before finally getting his license reinstated. And they're not alone. Over the past 12 months, more than 48,000 older drivers have had their licenses suspended or restricted due to health concerns, many of which had little to no real impact on driving ability. How to protect your driving license? Your checklist. The best defense against losing your license unnecessarily is preparation. If you're over 70 or approaching that milestone, here's what you should start doing today. Schedule regular vision and hearing tests. Make sure you get detailed reports from registered professionals and keep them on file. Consult your GP annually to review your health in relation to driving. Ask them to note any fitness to drive assessments clearly. Keep track of your renewal dates. Missing a deadline could result in an automatic suspension. Download the DVLA medical self-assessment form and review it every 6 months to ensure all your health declarations are accurate. Report any changes in your condition promptly, even if you're unsure whether it matters. It's better to over-report than under-report. Remember, failing to declare a medical condition even unintentionally can result in a £1,000 fine, and in some cases, criminal charges if you're later involved in an accident. Medical conditions that automatically raise red flags. Certain health conditions are particularly likely to result in further review or suspension. These include stroke or transient ischemic attack, TIA, Parkinson's disease, sleep apnea, severe arthritis impacting mobility, cardiovascular conditions that may cause fainting or blackouts. If you have any of these, don't wait for a letter from the DVLA. Instead, seek an independent medical evaluation in advance and prepare supporting documentation. Know your legal rights. You're not powerless. If your license is suspended or challenged, you do have rights. Many people don't realize that you can. Request a second opinion through an independent medical practitioner. Appeal the DVLA's decision through a magistrate's court. Access the NHS and DVLA data used to assess your fitness to drive. Challenge discriminatory treatment under the Equality Act 2010. You have up to 6 months to appeal most DVLA decisions, and you're entitled to legal advice during the process. Don't assume the decision is final. Fight back if you believe it's unjust. Public outcry and the DVLA's response. Since the rollout of the July 2025 changes, public backlash has been growing rapidly. Advocacy groups, especially those focused on senior citizens, argue that the DVLA's approach is outdated, unfair, and lacks flexibility. Several petitions demanding a review of the new rules have already gained tens of thousands of signatures. Among the most common complaints: treat the driver, not the date of birth. Stop punishing honesty. Many drivers fear reporting health issues now. Keep medical records private unless explicit consent is given. The DVLA has responded by saying it will review its digital health assessment system in 2026, but for many, that's too little, too late. Seniors are losing their independence now, not next year. What driving really means for older adults. At the heart of all this is something far deeper than red tape or medical assessments. Driving isn't just a task or a privilege for many older adults, it's a symbol of freedom. It's the ability to stay connected with family, visit old friends, or simply enjoy a peaceful drive to the countryside. Taking that away based on age or assumptions can have serious emotional and psychological consequences. Yes, safety matters. And yes, drivers must be fit to drive. But blanket policies that judge people based solely on age rather than individual ability risk doing more harm than good. Final thoughts: don't let go without a fight. If you're an older driver, or have loved ones who are, now is the time to act. Keep your health in check. Stay on top of your paperwork. Know your rights. And most importantly, don't allow a flawed system to rob you of your independence without a proper challenge. Driving is about more than wheels on the road, it's about personal agency, mental health, and staying part of society. Thank you for watching this in-depth breakdown from UK Pension Hub. If this video helped clarify things, please consider sharing it with your friends or family members who may be affected. We'd love to hear your stories and opinions, so drop them in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for honest, up-to-date coverage on all issues affecting older adults in the UK, from driving rules to pensions, healthcare, and more. Until next time, stay safe, stay strong, and always stay informed.